Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about different important terminologies related to your agroforestry. Here some 5 to 6 number of parts will be there where we will discuss about different important terminologies related to your agroforestry. Actually it could have completed within a single video, but it will be effective when we will discuss one by one terms properly. Again, those terms may be repeated once we will go through the chapter of agroforestry. So without wasting time, let's begin few terminologies related to your agroforestry. So here you can see some 6 to 7 number of terminologies are there. Today we will discuss. First one is your afforestation. This one you know, two things are there. One is deforestation, another one is afforestation. Deforestation means those removal of this forest plants is known as what? Deforestation, all of you know. So what is afforestation? The process of transforming an area into forest. That means encouraging the forest trees. Usually when the trees have not previously grown there is known as what? Your afforestation. That means you are encouraging the plantation of trees in an area where previously that was not a forest. That is known as what? Your afforestation. Next you see artificial regeneration, the renewal of forest crop by sowing, planting or other artificial means is known as what? Your artificial regeneration. What is the thing? Forest was there, somehow the forest density has been reduced or turned into a agricultural land or some industrial land or some normal vegetation land. Here what we will do, again we will go for regeneration of forest crops by sowing, planting, transplanting, propagation, whatever we have done. By artificially what we have done, we have regenerated the particular forest plantation there. That is known as what? Your artificial regeneration. These things you know. Biotic factors you see, any environmental influence of living organism, that is your shedding by trees, trampling by the heavy animals, firing by man, in contrast to its animates. Abiotic mainly climatic, adaphic and influence. That means you know biotic factor, yes or no? Any kind of living organism which influence, it may be forest, it may be insect, it may be plants, it may be other animals, yes or no? Any biotic living things which is influencing the, for the current chapter, that is forestries, is known as what? Your biotic factor. Whether but in contrast to that, if you think of abiotic factor, all those environmental like climatic factor, it may be weather, rainfall, it may be your sunlight, it may be humidity, it may be moisture, everything will come under abiotic factor. Next point you see altitude. What is altitude? The vertical distance above the mean sea level, usually measured in feet or meter, is known as what? Your altitude. So what is altitude? In this picture you try to see what is that? From this mean sea level, what is the height? This will be either written as feet or meter. That is known as what? Your altitude. What is elevation? The peak point of the mountain from the mean sea level is known as what? Your elevation. I hope this is clear. Next point you see canopy. This is important. The cover of branches and foliage formed by the crown of the trees in a wood is known as what? Your canopy. What is the meaning? Try to understand in this picture. You see this is the whole tree height. It is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. This is known as what? A forest floor. Here other vegetations are there, okay, and here mainly your root and the trunk region is there. Above that, up to canopy region, that is known as an undestroyed layer. above that from where the branches has started or somewhere the foliage has been started, okay, that is known as what? Your canopy. This area is known as what? Your canopy of the plant. Understood? For this will be your canopy of the plant. For this will be your canopy of the plant. Okay, or from this region the canopy will start for this high altitude plants. Okay, this is what your canopy. Next point you see, this is important term. You can say bole, B-O-L-E, bole. Okay, in case of cotton, that is bole, B-O-L-L. The bole will be like this. Okay, from where the cotton will be producing. So now coming to B-O-L-E, bole. The bole is the single main stem of the tree and includes that portion with limbs. What is the meaning? Try to see with a picture the whole plant system. You see, this is the bole region below the canopy, above the soil surface. Yes or no? This region is known as what? Your bole, and this whole girth is known as, this is the whole trunk. Understood? What is limb? This branches is known as what? Your that means from the trunk or from the bole, what are the additive things came? That is known as what? Your limb. And these things are known as what? Your 1 branches. Understood? Trunk, limb, branches. Understood? Okay. Again you see subdivided, that is known as what? A twig. Okay, again peduncle, stalk, so many things will come. Here these are the leaves. This leaves portion is known as what? Your crown. Important thing. This is known as what? Your crown. Fruits are beard. The main root is known as taproot, and the additive side roots are known as what? Your only roots. If you cut the cross section and try to look from this side, this will be the condition. Yes or no? This portion is known as bark, which is outside. This portion is known as cambium. The inner surface is known as sapwood, and this surface is known as heartwood, and this portion is known as pith. Outwardly, how to designate then? First will come your bark, then cambium, then sapwood, then your heartwood, then your pith will come. You see, so many terminologies we have discussed it one slide. I hope this is understanding. Otherwise you can take a screenshot, otherwise you can search in Google also. This picture is available for your proper understanding. Next point you see, breast height. Okay, the standard height of measuring girth, diameter and basal area of a standing tree is known as what? Your breast height. The height at which these things like girth will be measured, diameter will be measured, and basal area will be measured is known as what? Your breast height. That means this is a whole tree. At which length we will count or measure its girth, okay, diameter and basal area of the tree is known as what? Your breast height. So in India that is constant, that is universally accepted. That means a standard. Not universally, you can tell, it will differ from country to country maybe. But in India what is happening? The standard breast height is your 1.37 meter. If you convert into foot, that is feet, that is becoming 4 feet and 6 inches. 4 feet and 6 inches, or that is in meter, 1.37 meter. This is known as what? Your breast height. Try to look it into the picture. I have tried to gather the things in a picture manner so that you can understand properly. Okay, so here you see, suppose this is the plant surface region. From this they have taken 1.37 meter. 1.37 meter. You see, this diameter is known as what? DBH. That means diameter at breast height. So what is this breast height? This is your 1.37 meter. It may come in the short question. That will be either you can calculate in term of 1.37 meter, or that will be your 4 feet and 6 inches. Okay, so this is all about your breast height. And a few more things you see here, how they are calculating. Suppose this is the mountain region and this is the root surface, that means surface, soil surface. Like this 1.37 they will count, and here they will measure the diameter. Okay, similarly this is your breast height, similarly this is your breast height, and this is your breast height. Here you can see, this is the foot stump up to this, then your diameter breast height will be taken here. This will be your 1.37 meter. Above that, that is known as sow timber volume. This is known as, okay, growing stock portion of the tree up to this. Okay, Okay, softwood trees, hardwood trees, those things will be there. Then at the top it will be there. Next, try to understand basal area. What is that? A cross-sectional area of a tree determined to form from the diameter of the trunk at breast height. A cross-sectional area of a tree determined from the diameter of the trunk at breast height, dBH by dBH, at 4.5 feet, that is your 1.37 meter above the ground level. What is it you try to understand now? Okay. So you see, this is the plant, this is the soil surface, and this is the breast height. So in this region, what we will do? We will calculate the diameter of breast height. Okay. The diameter of a tree measured at 4.5 feet above the ground, that means measured at breast height, is known as what? Your dBH, diameter at your breast height. This one you can easily calculate. Yes or no? Suppose the upper surface, look, here it is shown. Suppose here the dBH is 10 inches, here that is 12 inches, and here that is 14 inches. Different plants are there. So what is basal area? Now try to understand. The cross-sectional area of a tree trunk at dBH. That means we have calculated the diameter here directly by measuring tape. Now we will calculate what is the area. Here you see the unit is for basal area, that is your square feet. Inch will be converted into feet, then it will be written. So this is all about today's few terminologies related to your agroforestry, and kindly suggest any other things I can upload in my YouTube channel. And if any kind of doubt is there or any kind of improvement is required, you are always welcome to give in the comment box your suggestion, compliments, or whatever the comments. Okay, please give. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.
अच्छा सुनो, सब्सक्राइब करते वक्त ना घंटी बजा देना, ताकि जब मैं ऑनलाइन आऊँ तो तुम्हारे फोन की भी घंटी बजे।